Yeah, it's not the greatest day to take out the Mach. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So since it's raining and there's not much that I can do with the Mach today, we are just gonna talk cars. Two cars in specific. As you saw in the title and thumbnail, the C6 Z06 and the Mach 1 with the handling package. And the reason that I'm gonna be comparing the two cars is because before I bought this car, I actually had a 2007 C6 Z06. Let me throw in some clips real quick of what I was working with before I had this car. And now here we are. I owned that car for 1 year and 2 months. And in those 1 year and 2 months, I did ported heads by American Heritage Performance. So the car was probably pushing like 530 crank because I never got it tuned. It was just ported heads because if you are not familiar, the LS7 drops valves if you do not fix certain parts in the engine. So 530 horsepower, that car weighs like 3,100 pounds. It is 100% noticeably faster than this car because this one makes 480 horsepower and it weighs like 3,800 pounds because it is the fully loaded one. You guys are probably thinking, why'd you get a slower car then? I don't see it that way, to be honest. I'm not just trying to go the fastest. For me personally, I care about everything as a whole, from looks to performance to comfort. Obviously, the C6 is a very old car. This is a car from 22, so it's gonna have all the fancy stuff, all the comfort, the Magna ride. Right before I open the door, I already have a logo on the ground. Look at that. This is a feeling that I was just never able to get with my C6 Z06. Like, look at that. Just look at all the lighting, just the feeling. You got the full digital dash, you got the nice screen, you got the gauges, active exhaust, 4 different modes. Just feeling wise, the C6 never gave me this feeling. And like I said, I care about comfort, I care about the road trips, I care about trying to daily drive it as much as possible. So this is just like perfect comfort and performance. And the C6 is just a straight raw race car. In the C6, I didn't have any technology, obviously, no digital dash, no screen. It came with leather, but the seats on the C6 are very thin because I think they're like, they're racing seats, so they're just very loose. A lot of things shake in the interior. I mean, it's a car from 2007. I'm not going to bash on it. It's old. It's going to make noises. It's not going to give you a new car feel. Look-wise, I mean, it's debatable. The C6 looks amazing, but the Mach 1 just looks so mean, and I love mean looking cars. Just everything put together, the vents, the stripes, the whole lip thing going on, all like the curves, and I feel like there's just so much more to the S550 body. The C6 is a timeless design. It's very plain but looks so aggressive, especially with the wide body. I will admit that I love the wide body more on the C6. This doesn't have a wide body, obviously, but just everything put together on the S550, just so much design on everything all around that it just comes down to preference. You either like the C6 more or you like the S550 more. When it comes to the brakes, I don't know why, but I feel like these stop better than my old Z06. I don't know why. They bite harder and it just feels like it stops a lot better, because I know on the Z06 they're also 6-piston and they're drilled, but I'm gonna give the brakes to this car. When it comes to the engine, I'll admit it here, 5.0 versus the 7-liter in the Z06. this car will never touch a C6 Z06 NA for NA, mod for mod. This will get walked every single time. I don't care what anybody says. C6 Z06 is the NA king. I will say this though, right out of the box, this engine needs nothing. You could drive this thing, you could race it, you could do bolt-ons and it will handle fine. But on the Z06, you have to fix the cylinder heads. Because if you don't, you're gonna drop a valve and your motor will go boom. When I first got my Z06, I didn't even drive it for 4 months because I was getting my heads built, ported, everything to avoid the whole valve drop thing. So pretty much 4 months out of my year and 2 months of ownership, it was just sitting. Imagine those $3,000 going into this. I could get long tube headers. I can get a tune for 85, or I could start building it towards boost. I can get oil pump gears, crank sprocket, supporting mods. So that way this thing could get boosted, because with this car, I do plan to boost it. I plan on skipping the whole NA thing. Like, I'm not gonna upgrade the manifold, upgrade the throttle body. It's gonna go from just minor NA things to set me up for boost. Like I said, like long tube headers and little stuff like that. So yeah, I bought this car for boost, whether it's Whipple, ESS, Paxton. I don't think I'm gonna go the turbo route, to be honest, but I'm still doing lots of research when it comes to boosting a Coyote. But what I do know is that, hey, I admitted NA for NA, this will never touch it. When it comes to boost, this is king. The Coyote is a boost king. And then paired up with the 10-speed transmission, these things are animals when boosted. And that is my plan. That is my goal. One day, you're gonna see either a big old Whipple on here, or you're gonna see like an ESS, or who knows. But that is the plan for this Mach 1. So yeah, right out of the box, I am slower. But overall, when it comes to looks, performance, reliability, this is it right here. At least to my personal opinion. I got the looks, I got the performance, the capability of the Coyote. Like I showed the interior for just road trips, daily driving. It's the handling pack, so it has the Magnarite suspension, the 6-piston Brimbos, the Ford Performance Active exhaust. It's just such a loaded car from factory. That's why I wanted to get a fully loaded low mile one, so it's ready for what I want to throw at it. My Z06 had 80,000 miles, and I did think for a while, like, should I just throw a stage 3 cam, like BTR, throw a ported MSD manifold, NW throttle body, intake, make like 620 wheel NA. Imagine a 700 horsepower NA build. That does sound good. And I would have probably had a lot of fun with it, but this just interested me more. It all just comes down to preference, so don't take it personal, guys. There's guys that will say, oh no, how could you ever sell that gem, C6 Z06 for the win? But preference at the end of the day. In a perfect world, I'd have both builds. I'd have my boosted Coyote, and I would have a max effort C6 Z06 making 700 NA. But obviously, we're not at that level yet. Right now, I have to pick and choose. I can't have them both. But one day, the goal would be that, to have both. You know, there's pros and cons to both cars. This fits my build plans like a glove overall. So if you're thinking about getting a C6 or a Gen 3, Mach 1, or just either a C6 in general or an S550, just think to yourself, what do you want? Because the C6 is gonna get you raw power. It's just gonna be, you're gonna feel just super manly driving that car, you know what I mean? Like, there's no restrictions, there's no assists, there's no sensors. It's just raw power, because that's what the C6 was built for. Or you can get an S550. You're gonna have power, you're gonna have comfort in the interior, you're gonna have a motor that is ready to go right off the box, because remember, the LS7 will need head work before you could even just drive it. And another thing is, even if you fix the heads, I still have seen some Z06s drop valves, even with built upgraded heads. A lot of people say that engine is a ticking time bomb no matter what. Other people say once you fix it, it's good to go. And I won't lie, I always did have in the back of my mind, like, damn, what if, you know, I drop a valve one day even with my upgraded heads? And yeah, people are gonna talk their smack about the Coyote, but that just comes back down to preference. So yeah, guys, I hope this video helps. Let me know if you guys agree with me or what you guys disagree on with me. But I think I pretty much covered everything. It just comes down to preference, what your build plans are. At the end of the day, it's a W, you know what I mean? C6 Z06, Mach 1, they're respectable cars. The goal is to just have fun with your build. Who cares what anybody else thinks? And just be safe, do what you gotta do, whether it's NA or boost. Everybody has different horsepower goals. Some people don't want the fastest car because they want to track their cars. Some people want to make them into show cars. Just get what you want. Just do a lot of research, and hopefully this video helps you because I own both. So I feel like I have a word in this. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to think of so many video ideas that I can do, but right now, you know, the weather's not good. So that's why I was like, let me do this little topic video. But hope you guys are enjoying the Mach 1 content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.